So these are one of my favorite tools, and what these are diamond tip files. Good morning, Joya Skincare with Tanya Joya. We were going to do this on Facebook Live, and I'm not sure if it's because we're in the mountains with such a weak internet. I'm not sure why Facebook took it, but they took my live button, they took Mari's live button, they took my husband's live button. Nobody that I know of with an Apple phone has a live button, so we're going to put this out as quickly as possible. So we're going to demonstrate the Dermafile, plus talk a little bit about frankincense and myrrh and the use of that on your face. So a little doTERRA update as well. But the main thing we're going to work with are the Dermafiles. And again, this is part of our Getting Ready for Spring edition. And we'll show you what these guys look like. And you saw a picture on your Facebook. We're so sorry we couldn't go live, but we'll get this out as quickly as possible. Please be sure and put comments below. You can watch this on YouTube. I would love to have you subscribe. I have 5 subscribers. I really need like 10,000. But love to have you do that. We'd like to keep doing videos, and we do those doTERRA videos on the weekends. So hopefully we can show you another class there. But this is about the Dermafile. So these are one of my favorite tools. And what these are diamond tip files. And Mari and I, as experienced estheticians in the high country, found that the actual microdermabrasion, the suction, was causing some problems, especially with our mature clients, and that people could get striping, which is pretty awful. It means the suction is too high, and it is pulling up your skin, sometimes even causing bruising. These Dermafiles do a very similar thing, and they don't have the suction with them. They come in varying sizes, and we will add a link for that below. There's a fine, coarse, and a medium. And again, with exfoliating procedures like this, I do not recommend them at home unless you are super careful or under supervision, because most of the time people overuse. Now we've heated up some hot towels, and of course you can do this for yourself at home. Do not recommend putting them in the microwave. We've had a little bit of issue. You can set things on fire. That's no fun. So we're going to take all that off. Again, we would love your questions in the comments below. But mainly what we're doing is getting her ready for the Dermafile. And the Dermafile is easy to use, but one should use it with a little bit of caution, because it can really, you can do what you would see like a strawberry if you scraped your knee or something. Too much pressure can really cause issues. Get her nice and clean. This is also, if you've seen our other videos, this is also where you might use the ultrasonic spatula to take off the cleanser, and that would help deepen the cleanse. Again, that takes off the outer horny layer, the stratum corneum layer of the skin. Again, we're just doing a deep cleanse. Taken care of. Always, when I go get a facial, the best part are the hot towels, because they feel so good. They also help relax the face. Muscles in the face. We should do a massage video too. Mari's for that. Okay, so you're going to use a Dermafile on a slightly damp face, and what you're going to do is stretch the skin a little bit, and then work it back and forth. To work it a little harder over the brown areas, because that's the other place that it's really helpful in taking up the skin where the brown is, helping that to turn over quickly. And in the high country you get a lot of that. What you want to be aware of is looking for, if the skin begins to turn red, you're probably using too much pressure, but you just want these little short strokes. And what we're doing here is we are doing that deeper exfoliation. Now don't let a microdermabrasion fool you. That suction is not drawing things out of the follicles itself. It just can't. It doesn't have that level of suction to be able to do it. It is just doing surface stuff. So again, one of the reasons why you get blackheads and pimples is the cell does not just slough on the surface, it sloughs inside the cup, so it sloughs down in there. Now we can't do that with a surface mechanism. We can't get down inside the cup. That's why we use an enzyme. And today I have brought out a natural glycolic. This is made from sugarcane. And we're going to use that on Mari's face once we've done this. So this is, I don't know if any of you have ever spray painted, but what you want to do when you spray paint is you want to break the surface tension so that the spray paint will stick to the surface. So what we're doing now is we're breaking the surface tension, getting all that ready to go, and then we're going to let the glycolic eat what's down inside the cup. So, I'm going to finish this up real quick. All of this eye tissue is super delicate. You don't really want to be deep in there, just working that. Not so much of a scrubbing motion, you can't even see that, but more of a soft motion as you're moving that around. So again, I'm really sorry that we couldn't go live. Shout out to Holly Homer, who is fantastic at teaching us how to do all this on the Facebook page, but we don't have the capacity. Facebook decided that here in the high country near Winter Park, Colorado, we don't get to have that. And then another shout out to Janet over at doTERRA. I really love my new diffuser. And so I'm going to add the glycolic. And we're adding a liquid glycolic. Just going to brush that in. Now, a brush takes it in a little bit deeper than just with your hands. For your client, it might have just a little sting. For you at home, you probably can't get the professional level of glycolic, but you can get some. Again, any exfoliating procedure shouldn't be in overuse. So you want to be careful about that. So there are a couple ways I would do this. I would leave this on 5 to 10 minutes in the shower. We're going to leave it on Mari for just a few minutes. And what this is doing, again, remember there's a cup and your follicle exfoliates down in the cup. That's sloughing skin cells down in there. So this is one of the ways to take that out. That section on that microderm, just not strong enough to suck it out, because if it was, it would take your face off. And that is just something we don't want to see with our clients. So while we're doing that, we're going to talk just a little bit about frankincense and myrrh. And that's what we're going to finish up Mari with today. So myrrh and frankincense are tree saps. And these are both just, you can find more about this on our website. There's frankincense, and that's myrrh over at joyousskincare.com. They're both tree saps, and then they are steam distilled into this process. I have had really good luck, both situations of skincare, of just a drop of this and a drop of that. You can add it to a base oil like an argan oil or something like that. We create a serum with that for anti-aging. This also stimulates the skin cells, and it can help with acne issues. Now, that's not really where we talk about it, but we talk about it for anti-aging. This is super powerful in getting down in there. Oils have a 40% absorption rate in the skin. So if you use an argan oil, carrier oil, something like that, and then it's just listening, Holly, I'm going to say your name again. Holly Homer was talking about using the frankincense as a calming oil before she had to speak in public. So if you're doing videos, this might be something you want to do beforehand. And then hop on over to Janet. We're going to add the links below. Hop on over to Janet and see how she's doing it with her doTERRA. Plus, we have a couple doTERRA sites that we'll link below too as well. But these two oils are fabulous as your facial routine. You would especially put it up around here, around the eyes, to deal with fine lines and wrinkles. But it certainly will take care of everything on the face. The other reason we're going to do this after we've done an exfoliation is here is a lot of what people do is they put cream on cream. So if you are going to add something afterward, you want to add it after you have exfoliated. If I am wearing a lot of sunblock and then I just keep putting sunblock on and I'm not washing my face and I'm not exfoliating, you're just going to end up putting very nice oils on top of your sunblock. It's just not worth it. So we're going to take this off of Mari. We're going to apply these neat, just a couple drops neat. The other thing I want to talk about real quick was lots of people like lemon. Lots of people like lemon in their face masks. Don't use a straight lemon. Use this type of a lemon. This is actually the rind. It's much more powerful. Use just a drop or two in your oil face mask. Again, it is detox, but then you need to wait before you head out into the sun. So these are nighttime masks. So don't use lemon on your face. It makes you photosensitive, and the oranges make you photosensitive. And all citrus makes you photosensitive. My mom is talking for 12 hours. And so you want to put that in your mask, and then you want to use it at night. It's perfectly fine. It's a fantastic astringent. It's good for you, but not if you're going to be out in the sun. So you need to be aware of that. Frankincense and myrrh don't have that same issue. The other thing you can put things in is a roller bottle. So this is the HD Clear. It has the black cumin seed oil, and we've talked about that a little bit. But this one is really good for acne, but you can put your frankincense and myrrh in a roller bottle like this, and especially roll it around the eye areas and around the mouth and chin area. But mainly you want the carrier oil as most of it. And we will begin to add recipes, and you can take a look at those and how to make these things at your house with the doTERRA oils. So we'll leave that glycolic on for 5 to 10 minutes. We'll just kind of let it mask on Mari's face. Mari is also the one that does the great cooking shows with doTERRA. And we were able to do a couple of those live. Thank you, Facebook, very much. I'm going to take that off. Now, in a facial itself, we would do a massage afterward. We're not going to do that today. We may do another massage video because you can do massage at home for yourself. That really helps break up the connective tissues and make sure that fine lines and wrinkles stay at bay. Because what happens is your unique face is yours. And every time you make that face, mad face at kiddos or happy face, then you get those wrinkles. So breaking up that connective tissue with massage is super helpful. All right. So again, we have used the Dermafile to break up the surface tension, to take away the horny layer, to allow us to have things penetrate more. And then we've also done that with the glycolic in the cup so that it's cleaning up the dead skin hair follicles in there. And now we are going to add, again, be careful, I'm not going to add this with a carrier oil this time. We're going to add just a little frankincense and myrrh. I've gotten a great response from my clients about this. Just a little frankincense and myrrh. Rub that around your hands. Smells wonderful. And just place that on the skin right afterward. And seal everything up. That's fantastic antioxidants, protection against the environmental intrusions that you face every day. Plus, it is really good for a nighttime finish up. That's when your skin repairs all itself. All right. Thanks a lot for watching. We are so sorry we could not go live. We would love your comments below. We're going to put this both out on Facebook and YouTube. And we'd love you talking to Facebook about here in the high country, we deserve live Facebook Live too. So get on them. Let's get this together. And we'll look forward to you again on Tuesday. We put out a video every Tuesday here on Facebook and on YouTube. Plus, hop on over to www.joyousskin.com. And there you can find more information about Dermafiles. Thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you.